Meg, have you settled on a team yet?
Not yet, no. Obviously, we've got sort of Taylor, who's probably unlikely at this stage, so we've still got, sort of one decision to make, I guess. We've got some training here tonight, fielding, so we'll probably have a look then and, come up with our best combinations. So it's going to be tough to pick. Whoever does miss out will be pretty unlucky, but I think that's a good sign for our squad. We've got a pretty strong lineup, so I guess it'll just come down to the matchups and what we think is going to work best.
Sort of testament, I guess, what you're saying, like, whilst it's a headache, it sort of is a sort of positive one to have, the fact that you do have that, so many options. It sort of proves just how strong cricket Australia, your women's Australia is at the moment. Yeah,
that's right. I think we've seen over the early rounds of WNCL and then also in the practice game yesterday, everyone's had their moment and, is in really good form. So, it's a very strong squad and we've got a lot of people in form. So hopefully that will equate to a really good performance out there tomorrow night.
By all accounts, Georgia Wareham bowled pretty well yesterday. Is she a good chance of making her debut tomorrow?
Yeah, definitely a chance, yep. And she did bowl well yesterday. She's been bowling well for a period of time now and we really like what we see. She's obviously quite young still, but got some really good skills and a great temperament as well. So, she's definitely in with the shot with playing tomorrow night.
What does she bring to the table, Meg? Like, what skills have impressed you?
Yeah, look, I mean, first and foremost, as I said, her temperament's really good. She's very level-headed. Nothing seems to faze her too much. She's fitted into the squad really well. And then in terms of her skills, bowling-wise, she's got really good control and got some good variations there as well. So, we think that'll be quite effective, especially in the shorter format. So, look, we've been really impressed with her so far, and if she does get a chance, I'm sure she'll do really well.
You personally, it's your first match on Australian soil for Australia for a while now. Are you pretty determined to go out there and make a statement with the bat?
Yeah, absolutely. Every game I come out, I want to do as well as I can, and it's a really big series for us. Important to start off really well, and I'm really keen to get out there and just play with freedom, I guess, and have some fun. I feel like I'm in pretty good form. Had some time out in the middle over the past few weeks, and I'm really just pumped to get the games going. Really, there's been a pretty big build-up, and looking forward to getting out there.
How much do you enjoy playing in North Sydney? I think you've played one or two of your most spectacular innings here in the past. It seems to be a great venue for women's cricket.
Yeah, it's a pretty good venue for batting as well. I do enjoy batting out there, as do most of our batters. There is a short boundary out there, but we still need to make sure that we're playing to our strengths and making sure that we're playing our way. So I think it's a great venue. There'll be a great crowd here, and I think the atmosphere will be great as well. So it is a venue that we really do enjoy playing at.
In the past, you've spoken about the Indian series sort of being a turning point for you guys. Can you just expand on that and how much that's helped you be, where you guys are at now heading into tomorrow? Yeah,
look, I think it was just about our general approach to T20 cricket and sort of trying to be a little bit more fearless in our approach, I guess, and taking the game on a little bit more. I think in T20 cricket, if you sit back and wait for things to happen, the game passes you by pretty quick, so you need to try and stay ahead and make sure that you're trying to push the opposition. So we feel like we did that well in India against some good opposition, but we need to continue to do that. And New Zealand, they're a very good team and got some world-class players, so we're going to have to continue that and make sure that we're playing to our strengths and doing that consistently even when we are under pressure.
How much have you seen of Amelia Kerr? What impresses you about her?
We've seen a little bit of her. We've played against her a few times. She obviously had a pretty good series over in Ireland, I think. Made a double 100, which is very impressive. And her bowling, she's got some really good skills as well. So she's one of a few bowlers who we're going to have to make sure we've got some good plans against, and we come out really well. Some of our guys played against her in the KSL just recently, so we feel like we've got a pretty good handle on what we're going to get. But she's someone who we're going to have to play well to make sure that we get on top of.
How good a preparation is this for the World T20? Because they've had a decent record against you in T20 over the last couple of years, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. Yep, they've got a very good record against us. It's something we're very keen to change. And we've spoken about that a little bit, making sure we come out and make a bit of a statement in the first game. So we're looking forward to the challenge. As I said, they've got some world-class players and some new players in their squad as well. So we're going to have to play really well, but I think it's the perfect preparation for a big tournament like a World Cup. So we're pretty focused on this series right now and making sure we get what we can control right. But yeah, it's certainly very good preparation.
So what have they done well, or what haven't you guys done well that's kind of given them a bit of an edge in recent times in T20?
Look, I think we've sort of struggled to control some of their batters up top. I think Susie Bates has played quite well against us in the past and has really controlled their innings, and we probably haven't really been able to gain any momentum with the bat against them. But I think we've got a vastly different, probably not personnel-wise, but I think our players are much different to what they were a couple of years ago when we did play them in a T20 series. So I think we've really evolved as a team, and especially a batting lineup, to be able to deal with their attack. And we're very confident that if we do play to our strengths, that we'll get the result that we want.
Is there any Collingwood fans in your life?
There's a couple, Elise Villani and Sophie Molyneux. So yeah, I'm sure they'll be watching the game. Every time Elise gets on the bus, she plays the Collingwood theme song, so we're a little bit sick of it. But yeah, we'll be watching. I love AFL, so I'll be watching in the afternoon, and then we'll head down to the game, and hopefully Collingwood win, because then those two will be happy, and we'll hopefully continue on.
So they are allowed to watch it. There's enough time to do.
I think so. Yeah, we might miss the back end of it once we leave, so I'm not too sure, but we'll be watching the first half, that's for sure.
How do you contain Junior?
Well, it's tough sometimes when she gets on a roll. But yeah, I mean, I think you want players relaxed heading into a game. So if it is watching the grand final and enjoying it, then that's fine. I think it's really good. So yeah, we'll watch some of that and then come to the game and be really prepared.
To kind of follow a big game like that, and also to effectively kick off the international season here in Australia, how big a deal is that for you guys? Yeah,
it's massive, and it's an opportunity we're really looking forward to and excited by. Obviously, the AFL Grand Final is a big sporting event on the calendar, and to be able to follow that up with the big game against New Zealand is something we've had marked in our diaries for a little while, and hopefully we can put on a good show, and there's plenty of people watching.
Like Josh Hazelwood mentioned yesterday that there was a bit of interaction between the two teams, with them trying to come up with their leadership structure. Like, can you tell us a bit about any conversations you might have had with anyone in the men's setup about how they were going to approach things?
Yeah, look, we've had a couple of catch-ups in recent times, but it's, I guess it's just about how we want to play going forward, and making sure that we're, playing the brand of cricket that we want. I suppose it's hard but fair, and trying to carry that on. So I think you'll see both sides doing that. From now on, and I think our group does that really well. We're really competitive, but also very respectful of the game and the opposition. So it's nothing groundbreaking, I guess. It's just making sure that we're doing things in the right way. So it's pretty simple.
Not far out from a World T20, are you, about where you want to be? Are there still areas that you feel you need to improve on and work on before that tournament?
We're pretty happy with where we're at. I think there's always areas you can improve on, and this series will probably throw a few at us that we might need to tweak. But I think we've sort of had our eye on the World Cup, I guess, for a little while now, trying to make sure we're ready for that. And I've mentioned this a couple of times, but I think we've evolved as a team and individually, especially in the T20 format. So we feel like we've got all the tools that we need and the players that we need. It's just about making sure that we put that out on the park consistently and in the game situations when it's required.